Everything's been cleaned. Everything's been washed. It's almost like we're planning on leaving for a while.
Where are we going?
We need to put propane. We got to get the propane filled, and then there's some other running around you want to do.
Yeah.
Get some toys for the dogs for Christmas.
We have to get Christmas presents for the dogs.
So we have to go Christmas shopping for the dog. But this is a good time to test because we're just running around locally. We're going to test the DC to DC charger that I got that we installed in the last video.
Right.
It is kind of nice having this just because, so here's the new charger right here. It's capable of 30 amps. It says 12.64 volts. That is giving me the voltage of the chassis batteries.
Oh, okay.
And then the Smart Battery Sense is showing me the voltage of the lithium battery, which is 13.05. And right now you can see, because we're not plugged into power, we're at negative 9 amps. So I think the fridge is running, lights are on, and stuff like that. And it says that the battery is at 49% state of charge.
Okay.
Our charger that's built in the motorhome, like when you plug into shore power and it charges your batteries, that charger, ours anyways, is not capable of lithium.
Right, yeah.
Lithium requires just like a higher voltage, it's a different charging profile, so on and so on. I just have not done anything to change that out yet. So it does not matter how much time we spend plugged into power, it will not charge that battery to 100%.
Right.
It won't do it. It's not hurting the battery, we're just not getting a full charge out of it.
Yeah, we do have a lithium battery charger.
Yeah, so sometimes, from time to time, I will just connect the charger. That way we could top off the battery to 100%. Because we also have solar panels on the roof. Right. So now, as we drive down the road, we should be getting some solar. This time of year, very little.
Right.
And then at least 30 amps from the new DC to DC converter. Or charger, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, so we're going to do some errands and test that out because we kind of want to know before we leave on this big trip if it's going to work or not.
Yes. Looking at the app, you can see now the engine running. We got 13.36 volts. The chassis batteries, and in the state it says bulk.
Oh.
So it is charging. Look down here at the smart shunt. We have current 27 amps coming in.
Okay, so it is.
It's doing its thing.
It's working.
This does have a 2-minute delay. You can adjust it. So once you start the engine, it waits 2 minutes before the DC to DC charger starts working. That way your chassis batteries can get some charge back because they just started the engine.
Right, right.
And you can make that longer, shorter, whatever you want. But hey, it's working.
Perfect. How many gallons?
7.3.
Not too bad.
No.
Now we gotta go pay, but we're gonna get some other items as well. It's on sale. I'll get a blue one. Let's see, this one's not bad though.
I like this one a lot, but I think it's too wide to fit in the space.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. It might fit.
That theater seat was 65 inches. Right here we've got, oh man, it's like 64 3/4 to here, but on this side you got to remember that this sticks out
just by a little bit, but it's usually like, see how this, they might count that.
Yeah, we have to see it. Well, anyways, this is not 65 inches.
Yeah.
No matter how you look at it, it's 64 3/4. It's not gonna
I wonder if we take this in there and measure it, if it's actually 65 or if they're just rounding up.
I don't know. But this couch, I don't want to say I hate it, but I'd love to replace it with a theater seat.
Yeah, it's on our to want to update list. Since we do not have the dogs with us, I figured it's a perfect opportunity to go get their Christmas presents.
Since they can't see their gifts.
Yeah, but that would ruin the surprise, and then I'm gonna wrap them up so that they can unwrap them. I think they've really enjoyed doing that the past couple of years. Okay, this one's definitely getting bought. The beer. Hey, look, there's a burger too, Mikey.
Oh man.
Oh, there's the booties.
Yeah, those work so well.
This is really what Piper wants, though. A tactical vest harness. We got all of the dog presents. Now, when we get home, I will probably just wrap them in here, not let the dogs come in. Because, you know, I know they'll be trying to steal treats and toys if they can smell them. So
Almost $200.
yeah, I mean, nothing's cheap, even buying dog presents. So the things we do.
It was a relatively short drive to test that DC to DC charger out, but it works. I mean, we're at 49% battery, now we're at 53%.
Yeah.
Now we're plugged into power, so it's getting 32 amps, but for the short little bit that we drove, it came up 4%.
Which is pretty good. So
Yeah.
overall, it does work. Good install, Mikey.
Lynn has been busy. Look at how clean. Man, everything's been cleaned. Everything's been washed. It's almost like we're planning on leaving for a while.
If you like sweatpants, like I like sweatpants, then maybe you should get you some of these. These are sweatpants that have footies. And you can, you know, take your foot out and everything, so it's not permanent. But how cool is that? I just got these, and they might be some of my favorite sweatpants now. See, I told you it was foggy. You can barely even see the sky. It's the morning and Piper is raring to go, pulling like a crazy animal. We spent the night at the Iowa 80 truck stop. This has been the first time that we've been able to stay in the RV parking, so that was kind of nice. These are, you said they're slippers?
Amazing slippers.
Amazing slippers.
They're only $27.
What the heck? They don't look very comfortable.
Try them on.
I don't know. Maybe you should have a crappy day, Mikey. If you are from the Midwest, then you know.
They got all the coolest stuff. Really.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Oh, that's great. I like that. We got a full-size semi in here.
You know, I'm not a big fan of like yellow, but that looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks good. A lot of really cool trucks in here. What do you guys think? Should I get this cup? I mean, look at how big it is. Holy crap. Since we are still here, how many times do you think you've been to the Iowa 80?
Countless. I've spent many nights here, and I've never gone to the trucking museum.
Yeah, so we had a little extra time. We figured, why not? We're gonna check it out.
1951. It's immaculate.
Yeah, top speed 50 mile an hour, watch out. 1903, top speed 10 mile an hour.
This is going to be one of the first trucks I ever drove in the US.
Very cool. Huh. Yep, it is. That's cool. Even the tire or wheels are literally spoke.
That's leaking oil.
Oh no. It is. Look at that. Yeah, 1911 Walker Electric Model 43. Everyone thinks electric power vehicles are a new idea. Milk delivery truck. That's pretty cool. You have a hat pin collection.
And there's another case over here.
Yeah, just in case you didn't see enough.
This is where it really starts.
Yeah, I thought that was like the beginning, but this is the beginning. Wow. Okay, this is a power wagon. You gotta guess the horsepower. Oh, 75. Wouldn't that be fun to drive around town in on a nice sunny day? I think that'd be great.
We have a garage. We can fit a couple of these like that.
We were just talking about the wheelbase. I said it reminds me of the wheelbase of my two-door Jeep. It's so close. Speaking of Jeep, the original Jeep pickup truck.
Yeah, it's 1979 J10 Golden Eagle.
It looks way better than the Jeep trucks they have nowadays, but there's a truck camper that the Ballards should have got.
Yeah. They would look great in this.
Yeah, really suits them. 1968 Ford F-250. Ooh, this is pretty. International. Dang. An international pickup truck. Man, this just keeps going and going and going and going. This is cool. I don't think I've ever seen this before. This is a snowmobile. 1930 Ford Model A snowmobile. Are you feeling satisfied?
I am. Thank you for asking.
They have everything, including a drag racing truck. It's pretty cool. It's got,
1,500 horsepower.
yeah, top speed, 100.
Five-speed auto.
Yeah. This is the quarter-mile record holder, 105, 13 seconds.
Flying mile, 150.918 miles per hour. Salt flats.
Yeah.
This banner talks about set a world land speed record in 1988 on Bandag retreads. It says our durability and reliability was impressive then and even better today. Retreads are trash.
Yeah.
Never run a retread.
Unless, well, you can in a pinch, but you have to replace it like ASAP.
Yeah, because it will blow on you.
Yeah. Most inopportune time is usually how it goes too. Man, this just keeps going and going. They've got everything here. It really does remind me of like the RV Hall of Fame Museum, where they've got literally everything from every generation.
And this is free.
Yes.
There's no admission fee. They accept donations, which we'll give them something.
We're going to donate, obviously. But yeah, free admission. So if you're in the area, you need something to do, this is definitely worth checking out. If anything, you get some steps in, because this place is huge. This one's a milk tanker. You've done that before.
It's a tiny little tank for size reference.
Yeah.
It's a tiny little truck. I pulled milk tanks that had a capacity of like 5,000 gallons.
That was a long time ago when you pulled milk tanker.
Yeah.
Oh, we found the capacity sticker, zoomed in on it, and it said,
It looks like 2875.
yeah. So yeah, that's not a lot, but for back in the day, that's...
It's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
By today's standards.
Correct.
Not speed at 35 miles per hour isn't a speedway.
Right. It's not so much of a speed wagon to today's standards, but in 1929, I'm pretty sure that was pretty quick. It's built from stainless steel sheet metal. It's a shiny rig. Do you want 16 greatest truck driver hits?
Yes, I do.
There's the Wraith all by itself. The only RV in the RV parking lot. But that museum was pretty cool.
Yeah, we were in there for an hour.
Yeah.
And we just kind of walked at a slow, leisurely pace, looked at stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. It was quiet, and I had a nice time. I enjoyed it.
It was really good. I mean, if you're coming through, you gotta stop.
Yeah, you may as well. We got breakfast here. We went to the museum. For the first time, like ever, we actually like did things here at the Iowa 80.
I've had my CDL since 2000, so I've had her 23 years now. I've been by here countless times. I've never been to the museum. And I'm sitting here telling you, you gotta stop.
Yeah. Hey, but now that you did, you thought it was worth it. So.
It's very worth it. Yeah, even that we've seen it once and we came back in a year or two, I'd do it again.
Yeah, I mean, it's free.
And it seems like they kind of rotate and move stuff around and get new stuff. So
yeah, I enjoyed it.
Part of my daily routine is going to be a pre-trip. People have asked, what do I check for? First thing I do is I look underneath, look for leaks. Anything with an engine, transmission eventually will leak. I just do a general overview, looking at belts, hoses, anything that's cracked or frayed. I check all the wiring, because you got them in these plastic looms and make sure there's nothing exposed. And check your fluid levels, coolant's just under max. And we have hydraulic brakes, so I'm checking this level. Here you can see max, it's good. There's the minimum. Power steering fluid, we're right at the minimum, so I'm going to add some there. I check the shocks, make sure they're not leaking. Check things like brake hoses, because brakes are pretty important. Check all the steering linkage, grab a hold of this, make sure there's no movement in it. Check my spring mounts, springs, U-bolts. Check inside the wheels, make sure there's no oil leaking, because you have hub seals up here. The hub seal leaks, that's not good. Check the inside and on the outside for oil leaks. When I check the oil, I just grab the dipstick and pull it out and see what we got on the stick. Looks pretty good. It's full. Some people say to pull the stick out, wipe it off, put it back in, then pull it out. But the engine's been off all night long. It's been sitting. The oil's had plenty of time to drain down to give me an accurate reading. If you want to do it the other way, you do you. On the passenger side, the same thing. Checking hoses, checking belts, checking wiring, checking for anything that could be a potential problem. I check the restriction meter here. You can see it's basically no restriction. Yep, no restriction. So my air filter, good and clean. Checking tires. So I'm going to check the tires for is no abrasions, welches, or cuts on the sidewalls. I'm going to check your tread, make sure it's evenly worn. Same thing when we get back here to the drive axle. Now we have the liquid spring dumped, so it's super low, it's hard to see. But I'd still check the sidewalls of the tires, I'd check the tread depth. Now on your dual tires, if the outside tire looks like it's low, chances are the inside tire is flat and it's putting all the weight on the outside tire. Now on camera, it does kind of look low, but I've checked the pressure. It's right where I want it to be. It's just cold. I'm gonna look underneath. What I like to do is check for any leaks from the rear end, check the rear suspension, checking inside the rear wheels, again, for oil or grease that's leaking, because you can have an axle seal that's leaking. If it's leaking, you'd see it leaking down the side of the tire, right up this side. Coming around to the back, check my lights, which I will check the operation of the lights here in a minute. I'm going to check the tow bar, make sure everything's connected, nothing's loose, nothing missing, nothing broken. How about broken? There we go. Do a general walk around on the Jeep. It should still be in neutral. The brake controller down there is still there. I keep the Jeep locked. Walking up the passenger side, I did the same thing I did on the other side. Now for that power steering fluid, I have a stash. Inside this compartment, I have extra washer fluid, oil, coolant. Let's see what we got. Coolant, I think it's 4 coolant. I got power steering fluid. And I keep everything in this plastic tub. That way if anything leaks, the tub should catch it. I also carry a couple different size funnels, should I need them. Max cold, it's perfect. The transmission fluid, I usually check once a week. I checked it before we left, so I'm just gonna call it good. I do make it a point to check the power steering hoses specifically, just in case there's any leaks there. It was a little low, but I don't see any leaks. There's no leaks in the gearbox. I will go ahead and close the hood. Latch it up on the sides. I will start the engine. I'm going to turn on the liquid spring system and raise it up. Turn on my lights and the four ways and take a walk around. I like to start here on the driver's side, check and make sure all of the lights are working. See the suspension's lifted up now, so now we can see our tires a little bit better. The lights on the back of the motorhome. Make sure the clearance lights are working. Always look up. Come around to the back of the Jeep. Everything's working. The same thing down the passenger side. Check the tires on this side. I love liquid spring. I can just lift it up or drop it as needed. Everything is operational. Weather permitting, I also come up and check the roof just to make sure there's nothing happening up here I need to know about. Turn off the four ways, turn off my lights, I just don't need them, and put the liquid spring back in our travel ride height, and we are good to go. Ready?
Yep.
Ready?
He's ready. Piper, she's
ready.
Calm. She's good to go. We are back on the road because it was supposed to rain a lot where we were going to check out in Iowa. So we decided, you know what, let's just keep going. And we found out that there's going to be a blizzard warning in Nebraska. So we're thinking, I don't know.
Let's go there.
Let's just go to the blizzard. Let's go find us a white Christmas. And we'll just go to the blizzard. So we are on our way to Nebraska now to find some snow.
Why are we the only ones out?
It hurts me.
Let's go this way. Come on. Let's go.